Disclaimer, if you don't agree with me, just kindly state your opinion in the comments below. Please, do it very kindly, I'm a very fragile person.
My favorite server. My favorite server is dying.
I think I used bleach instead of water. That's bleach. Now, where were we?
My favorite server is dying.
Now, before you click away or comment some mean comment, take a second to hear me out. I'm usually not one to say something is dying or dead. Despise people that give up on things so quickly like that.
But Dorothy, Minecraft itself is dead.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I am not one of those people. Now, to start off, I would like to put forth some evidence that Mineplex is indeed
Dying.
Let's start off by comparing player counts from 5 years ago to current player counts and see what comes up. So here is Mineplex's current player count compared to Hypixel's. As you see, Hypixel is the tan line here on the screen. Obviously Mineplex is way down here. Right now it has 2,600 players, which is not very many at all. That's quite a bit of people still, but given that in 2013 it was like the top server, it had like 20k to 30k players every day. It was really big. Now, like me, you may be wondering, why is this drop happening?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Mineplex started off as a place for people to just play with friends, play games that they normally couldn't in vanilla Minecraft, like paintball, Skywars, stuff like that. That's not actually in the game itself, and basically to just have fun. Like all games, it grew more and more competitive, and here's where it goes downhill. The small group of people that thought to themselves, I want to become the best at this game on the server. So there's a small group of those people that decided to do that. Well, they got better and better at the game. Eventually, they were basically unchallenged because everybody else was playing it to have fun. They were grinding, getting everything, getting to be the best at the game. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I am saying that, like me, everyone has an ego. And when they learned that they could dominate Minecraft in the PvP sense, players from other sort of PvP-based servers flocked in to Mineplex. I know what you're thinking.
Dorothy, but that would be good for the server. It would give it more and more traffic.
Let me finish. With the steady influx of competitive and more competitive players, Mineplex became overrun with people like that. So pretty soon everyone was a try-hard by definition. Now, this brings a problem to the original small group of people that decided to get better at Mineplex, because until then, until the influx of new PvPers, they were basically unchallenged. So now they're met with people that are actually good at PvP and that try to win, not to just have fun. Of course, this would lead to this small group of veterans, I'll call them, being sore losers because they're not used to losing, because they've been dominating for years, so they're just not used to it. Pretty much, this led to everyone that was good becoming toxic. Not me. I would never do that. No. I would never. More new players, more toxic veterans. By now, the main veterans that first started Mineplex and started sweating out the ranks, they're into the point in their life where they have to focus more on their actual life. So this leaves it to the new influx of PvPers, the new tryhards, to fill their shoes and dominate the server. And the cycle continues. The new influx of people that are filling the shoes of the veterans that have left become the new veterans. Pretty soon, all of the players that just played Mineplex for fun, that weren't the best at PvP, ended up leaving because it was no longer fun to them, because they couldn't win with all the people that tried really hard in the games. You couldn't win. It wasn't fun for them. Or if they did win, they get bad-mouthed if they beat them. It's a no-win situation.
But Dorothy, people are just rude on the internet. They should get over it.
I'm not done. This brings us to our second problem. Due to the liquid foundation of moderators on the server and the insufficient anti-cheats, there have also been an influx of cheaters on the server. Now, this makes the mods seem bad. There used to be a really good group of mods, like back 2013, 2014, when the player count was higher. But when they saw the server heading towards a more toxic route, all the players were just kind of jerks. When those mods saw that and they resigned, this left the mod positions to be filled by the toxic veterans. So as you can imagine, they're not prime candidates to be an authority, and that pretty much leads to a corrupt circle of staff, which is not good for a server. If they don't like you, the moderators, they wouldn't enforce rules that benefited you. It's really sad, kind of. In worst cases, they can false ban you for no reason. They can just enter any reason and ban you. Now, if you still don't see why players are leaving Mineplex, I have one more reason. Mineplex's most popular PvP game, I'd say, is survival games. Now, here's where it starts to get a little dicey. SG is a quick and fun game for me. However, some people take the game way too seriously, way too far. They have to win. I'm competitive. I want to win. I just don't play like my life depends on it. For example, the Ring of Veterans, the new veterans take in mind, they pretty much all know each other. They're the highest level on the server. They're easy to find. They find each other. They all know each other. Most of them are friends, either friends or mortal enemies. The Ring of Veterans knowing each other often leads to unfair truces, which makes it impossible for other players to win, especially if they're not as good at PvP as the veterans. The veterans will basically do whatever it takes to win, is what I'm saying, including illegal trucing, just sweating to the point where the game takes like 20-30 minutes. It's like, this is survival games, people. This is not a UHC. For me, this has made the server unenjoyable. Now, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Please don't take this video as a petition to stop playing Mineplex because it sucks. If it's still fun to you, go for it. You're having fun. Just don't let it change who you are and compromise your core value. It's easy to do if you get caught up in the game, because it means a lot to you. If I made any good points, leave a like and subscribe to join the Squash fam, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
And I got this soul.